Hey everybody, it's Rob Lane. Just wanted to stop in and chat with you guys just for a minute or two, and I'm glad to have you here with me. I just had some quick updates for you. We've got climate change is actually now finally released. It is on Spotify, and I believe, and it has been uploaded to the other platforms. And if it's not ready yet, it will be. So you can pre-order if you are interested. It okay. That's I don't know what that. Yeah, climate change is available. Okay, that's weird. That's it's just weird. Anyway, so do me a favor, shoot over there, grab you a copy of it, and it is my honest and sincere hope that we can speed up the process as far as getting music out now that we're all past the holidays and we're actually all getting settled back in our grooves. Some of us, unfortunately, don't like our grooves, but that's okay. Um, but anyway, we're getting in those grooves again, and it's time to start putting out the music. So hopefully, we can start putting it out a little faster for you. We've got some great stuff that's coming up. We've got Stirring Up the Storm, the song written for Scott McKay. Freedom Isn't Free. It's in the studio right now with Austin. He's working on that. And so like I said, we've got some really good music that's coming up and is available. Um, we also have, or rather, I wanted to mention to everybody, as I'd mentioned in a previous post, yeah, head over to, if you will, to the Rob Lane Gang, and you could sign up there. It's the roblanegang.locals.com. You can sign up there, and you can become a monthly supporter. This helps us push the music forward, helps us keep things rolling, and you will get special insights and special material that we've come out with from time to time, and actually some you'll get some marketing, some of our marketing stuff that we do, some of our maybe a t-shirt or hat or something we come up with along the way. um, as well, I also wanted to mention that if you wanted to become an even larger supporter, head over to Robert Lane Music at protonmail.com and just type in into that little email address there that I'd like to support the next song. There's two or three of them, actually, yeah, about three of them now that's in the works. And so, if you'd like to help support the video and audio for those, um, let us know. Just whatever, anything, all helps.
Hey,
Also, wanted to
Rob,
mention.
real quick, if I might interject, what that option for them to support, is that a specific link, or is that how they coordinate directly with you? Is that what you mean?
No, so what we have is I mentioned earlier on a little preview that I did that I've had the Graham family, and was one of them up in Pennsylvania, and then we had oh, forgive me, the other family from Maine that owns
Yeah.
the line of grocery stores.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and they actually sent a substantial amount to assist with me taking time off and being able to do the audio recording for one of the songs. And so now we just need additional, some additional help along the way to be able to put send it over to Bowermaster Productions and get videos completed. And so that's like above and beyond. If say, hey, I want to throw a couple $100 your way, or I want to throw $100,000 your way, Rob, because I just believe in you. then you
Yeah.
can do that. You can go over to Robert Lane Music at protonmail.com, which is our email address, and just say, hey, well, I want to donate to Patriot Country. And if you're
Love
wondering
that.
why my hair is so short, y'all, it's just because I've been pulling my hair out waiting for climate change.
And I was curious about the link because, that extra. See, we're doing so much work over here, folks, that sometimes I have to give Rob updates that he's not even aware of. I don't know if you know this, but just so everybody listening knows this, he also has a Give Send Go account set up. If people prefer, it's a very well recognized platform that's awesome too. It's faith based. The people there are wonderful. They have really reached out and supported us, and it is a secure way to send your payment as well if people prefer. So you go to givesendgo.com/Robert Lane Music. So I didn't know if you knew that you had that, Rob. You can use that as well if people want to go directly there to donate to cover a song or cover a video, whatever they want to do.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I had no idea of that. It's just another amazing thing that happens that I have no earthly idea what's going on.
I bet you knew about this though.
Yes, actually, I did.
What is
and
that?
was fun. That was actually shot out here at Blue Jay Cattle Company right here in Hoboken, for those of you that don't know. And those are not my underwear. That is my pajama bottoms. Okay. And that's my boy, Jacob. He's in there with me on that one. And because I knew he was nutty enough to get out there and help me do it. He wasn't going to have any qualms about it. So he was like, shoot you out, man. So he got out there and we just had a great time. We just danced around and I hope there's a lot of that footage right there that you'll be able to use, in the production end of that for the song, because that just made it right there. And it's just going to make it. But yeah, that was really fun. Climate Change, now available on Spotify. It's not available for pre-order. It is available to get.
Yes.
So you can get it right over there. And like I said, on the other platforms as well. If it's available already there, if it's not, I'm sure it's there for pre-order.
Yeah.
On the other platforms.
Yep, that's true. And
we're just waiting on them to clear it.
Right. It just went live on Spotify, and the other platforms are now currently adding it and getting it into their stores. This music video here will be coming soon. We are actively working on it here at Bauer Master Productions, getting that ready to go. It is going to be a lot of fun, folks. Get ready for that. And what do you think, Rob? Should we give them a little taste of the song? If people still haven't heard the song yet, we have a little clip here for them to check out.
Go for it.
Okay, let's do that.
I heard old Betsy fart over there in the barn, and I just knew Florida's in for another big one. Hurricane is coming.
Baby left because of climate change. I can't farting in the fields all day. I causing too many hurricanes. I'm down in Florida. So many unnatural events. And all because old Betsy broke wind. Then she said she never loved me anyway. And she blamed it on climate change.
Everybody better buy up some water and stuff, because it's coming.
I read in the letter, she really needs a fella who drives something he can plug in. And not an old Ford truck on a farm in South Georgia where she no longer fits in. Oh, there was a time when she and I would have a contest.
Yep. So there it is. And it's available, the whole song. And as Brian said, he's working on the video, and that should be out here pretty quick, folks. And so that's going to be fun. I can't wait for you guys to see that. I'm tickled about it. On another note, coming the 30th of this month, that's a Tuesday, I think. It's going to be an 18-hour extravaganza. It's just a reminder for you, for those of you that have already seen me mention this. And for you, the folks that are new, you go to Rumble, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be broadcasted up under Pete Santilli, the Pete Santilli Show. And it's going to be an 18-hour extravaganza on how to peaceably take back our country. And this is a great, great thing, folks. And Scott McKay is going to be there. Ann Vandersteel is going to be there. Kevin Hoyt's going to be there. And it's a Tuesday, and it's a work day for me, but I'm gonna do my darndest to be there for you guys as well. And if nothing else, they'll be playing the music. But I will try my best to be there that day for you. Again, that's the 30th. It starts at 8 a.m. on, pretty sure, and if that changes, I will let you know. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Pete Santilli Show on Rumble is where it's going to be streamed from. Brian, what else we got?
Yes, that is very true. Everything that you just said, I can verify that. It's vetted. And yes, you know, if you guys don't remember, this was supposed to be coming, and this should have been actually last month, but there were some things that happened and things transmuted into now. So January 30th, I don't know if you told them kind of what this is about, but it's extremely important because it's awesome. One of the cool aspects of Robert Lane music coming into the scene was because of this importance of what's going on in our country. And I'm sure it's not a secret. We all have seen it, right? I mean, you could seriously just look any direction and see what is going on, what needs addressed, what the importance is of doing our civic duty. So a county grand jury was a huge part of that, that voice. And Robert, you explain it so much better about, you know, why it's part of, you felt called to do this and to create music that helps people remember the truth about where we come from and where we're going as a people. And so anyway, the full stream, this 18-hour stream, is going to be about how the people can come back together and focus on their real civic duty so that we don't have this ever happen again. Do you have anything you want to share on that, Rob?
No, that's it in a nutshell.
Okay, I'll shut my mouth and we'll play the clip. Here we go. Check this out, guys.
You know, for a very long time, I have been in several patriot groups, always seeking the answer, trying to find something that was going to give us the solution. We just don't have time for that anymore.
Like, no, we're not going to talk politics or any of that other bull crap. And what Tactical Civics, I think, does is shows the power of the people. They work for us.
Local action has a national impact. And while people hear that and they go, oh yeah, they haven't stopped and thought about how do you actually engage that concept into meaningful, productive solutions.
What do we do about this? What do the people do about it? A very key component here, Tactical Civics is resurrecting the constitutional county grand juries in the United States, whereby the founders put it in place so we could keep control of the political class.
Yeah, because I do believe that people feel like they're not being heard, even though there's lots of people on social media. It's kind of becomes an echo chamber sometimes.
That Rumble button, because what you're about to hear will be propelled onto the Rumble leaderboard, because I believe that you'll respond positively.
Gonna start ourselves a county grand jury. Not a right, but a duty. Throw on the corrupt that's plagued all of us. It's gonna be an epic revival, rekindling of a fire from the remnant that's been silent way too.
And we're back. Yes, sir.
That's affirmative.
Yep. So, yeah, County Grand Jury is available on all platforms. If you're new here and you haven't heard that, that is available on Spotify, Amazon Music, iTunes, wherever you get your music. That's available already. It's out there. It's in the works. And then, like I said, Climate Change is also available on Spotify, and it is available on the others. We're just waiting for them to do their little, their.
Oh, what is that?
That's
What is that? That's ridiculous. You really got to get a hold of whoever's on your set, Rob. I don't know what's going on there. Do they know they're interfering with you?
I don't know what's going on, man. It's craziness around here.
Yeah, you never can tell, you know.
It's because of climate change.
I knew you were going to blame it on that. I knew it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's when things go wrong around here. As well, the wife, she always gets on to me about stuff. She says, "I can't believe you're doing that." And I said, "Well, it's just because of climate change."
So what else do we got going on? You mentioned there's a new song coming now. You're not wasting any time. Actually, there's several coming, but I don't know how much you want to share. So we got County Grand Jury's already out. By the way, we are working on a new, over here at the production studio, we are working on a new lyric video for that, just for folks that would enjoy that. That'll be coming out. And then Climate Change music video, of course. But you said something about Stirring Up the Storm. What's going on with that?
I had the slightest idea.
You don't even work here. What's going on?
We finished the majority of the filming on it. I think there's another cloudy day shot we want to do for that, but the majority of the stuff is done for that one, and the audio's done. And Scott, written for Scott McKay, Patriot Street Fighter, and he actually absolutely loves it. And so it's going to be wild. It's a great tune. It's a happening tune. I think Brian's got a clip for that one too. He wanted to share with you.
I sure do. Let's do that.
Yep, that was cold.
So what exactly is happening here? Just curious, because this is just the one angle that we decided to share. I was doing a little screen recording while it was going there. But can you explain like a little bit about what people are seeing here?
Yep, you're seeing me stand at the edge of my property back here with a water hose attached to a tree in 52-degree weather, and it was cold, man.
Yeah,
and I was, and that's the reason I'm hoping it comes out better with the other video than it did with the one than the one you're taking right here, because I look stiff right there. And the reason is because I didn't want my wet clothes touching my back.
Oh yeah, I know exactly.
So it was, but it was really cold. So man.
Yeah,
but
he was a trooper, folks. I can tell you, he's embracing me still with, as he says, I'm the slave driver. When we did a county grand jury, it was just like really, it was hard work because we had certain locations that just had to be shot over and over, and we were dealing with terrain, and we had to move equipment left and right. And now he's letting me put them out in the cold and drenching them with water. I mean, it's just like, man, what an awesome music artist.
No, it's more like, man, I wonder what more I can do to this guy and get away with.
Yeah. He's like, wait a minute, who's the tyrant here? Yeah, but it's seriously amazing, like what this man does for his craft, for his work, for his art, and really, it's for all of you to be able to enjoy and to be inspired, and of course, we know it's really all God, right? But Yeah, I mean, so what would you say the main inspiration of this song is?
Well, particularly, I was on the podcast. Actually, I got a text from Scott McKay, and or we were talking, one of the two, and he's like, dude, he said it'd be really cool if you write a song for Patriot Street Fighter. And I said, okay. So on the actual podcast that you and I were on with Scott, he made the statement while we were on there. He said, well, they all know me up there in DC as the guy that likes to stir up a storm. So I'm thinking, perfect. Yeah. Whenever I talk to folks, a lot of times that's where I get my inspiration, just from them talking, and then I'll just write around it. And so that was the inspiration for it. And he helped a lot because he told me there were certain things that he wanted to actually put into the song lyrically. And so that's what I made it happen. And
you sure did. It's a powerful, powerful song. And I mean, people only heard a small piece of it. Like if they when they start realizing it's going to be powerful. And of course, this one's got a music video coming with it as well. We're not giving any dates or anything right now. And I don't want to spoil anything. You do have something else in the works, but are we going to save that for later? I know you'd mentioned it just briefly, but I don't know if you're sharing that one yet, or if we're gonna keep that on the burner until it's more ready.
No, I'll go ahead and share it because this actually coincides with what we were talking about earlier. As we had said before, if you wanted to become a larger supporter, then we're actually going to give you your choice. What do you want? Where would you like for those funds to go? And so what we'd like to do is give you, we've got 3 options right now. The first one is a song called Freedom Isn't Free. And that's the one that's actually in studio right now. We're working on the, yes, I agree. And so we're actually working on the audio on that right now. And so we'll have the production costs to follow up. But there are 2 others that we want to do. One of them is called Gimme Gimme Society.
That one's going to be fun.
And and that one actually talks about, like, I use my grandfather as is kind of like almost his biography for my grandfather, because he was a Korean War vet, and he told me some stories, and so I kind of implemented that into the lyrics of the song. And it's and at the end he's like, the chorus, it goes in and it talks about telling me and my brother, us boys, about all the things that morals, standards, things that we grew up learning. And then at the very tag of the song, the title of the song is, and stay away from this gimme, gimme, gimme society. And so it's going to have that. Nice. That's where that's going to come in. Now, some of my all-time favorite music is actually pop rock from the 60s and the 70s. And so I was tickled back when I was in Nashville to be able to recut the Bee Gees tune to Love Somebody. But I do it in my version. I slow it down, turn it into a ballad, and put heart and soul in it. And I'm telling you now, that's number 3. So if you'd be interested in helping us out with that one, by all means. That one's there's a light, a special kind of light that's never shone on me. So you're gonna have that Rob Lane sound, that Rob Lane feel, It's going to have that flow all the way through it. It's a beautiful tune.
Man, I'm excited about that. So we said, "Gimme Gimme Society."
Yep.
Somebody to love.
Freedom isn't free.
Freedom isn't free.
And to love somebody.
And to love somebody. And by the way, that freedom isn't free. Whoa. That's all I can say, guys, is whoa. That's one of the perks that I'm grateful for working with this guy is I tend to get a little bit of a backtrack to kind of hear how things are before they come out. And it's really hard for me to keep my mouth shut because some of these things are just like, whoa, that's going to be awesome. That's going to be exciting. And hopefully, if all goes well, that one we are going to be going above and beyond on the video for because it's just next level music. Next level music. And it connects with the soul of this country, I truly believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we all, I've said it before. There's a lot of us out there that we know we're patriots. We know how we feel about things. We know how we want things to be done. We know how we want things to change. But we also know that we are only one person and we can't do it by ourselves. We're going to wind up 6 feet under. So this is what's great is that, like, for instance, the county grand jury is about bringing us together to get it all done. And then once again, freedom isn't free is kind of like, and I know you've all been there, it's when you're trying to talk to somebody about the situation and how you wish it was something better, and they just don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear if you got a solution. They don't want to hear they don't want to hear any more about this or that, and it's that idea. It's that whole idea of, and it starts off that, should I just admit defeat? Should I, I don't have the lyrics in front of me. I know I wrote it, but
yeah,
but
yeah, not a right, but a duty. I think that kind of covers it,
But for freedom isn't free though.
Forgive me. Yeah, I was.
Yeah. That song. It's like that song is well, shoot, I forgot. Should I just lay down and admit defeat? On the thing telling me. I'll have to get it out. I'll let you guys hear it next time.
Yeah.
We'll give you a little preview next time.
And that's another benefit, guys. I'm not the only one that gets behind the scenes privy to information. If you become a Rob Lane supporter and help get this mission going even further, even better. Seriously, it's amazing how in this world right now, this is what I've witnessed, is that we have the ability to create community that allows a movement of consciousness and culture and the true values that we want to see embodied, and it all comes with coming together. And that's what the whole point of his Rob Lane Gang is everybody coming together and saying, I support music, patriot country music that is going to help future generations remember the values that we all live for. Remember the values that gave us the freedom right now to have this video and speak out freely, and to talk about the truth and to come together and actually figure out how to solve the problems that we face. That's what it's about, guys. And I just wanted to share that real quick because I think it's important. And if you guys want some of this behind the scenes information and influence with Rob, there's a lot of people that are already helping him come up with new ideas on what's going to be coming down the pike for new music, videos. Plus you get to see how, like awesome aspects of like the songwriting process. You get to, hang out with him and kind of see how he goes through his brainstorming. I think we had even talked about, didn't we, Rob? We were talking about some other ideas of like how you were going to share some aspects of what you do, the challenges that come with being a music artist, and like, because you put a lot of care into why you say what you say, And I'm sure every artist out there would say that, right? Like they all feel like that's what they do, and that's true. Not saying, you know, anybody's better than anybody, but I think there's an interesting arena that you've stepped into, Patriot Country, that's maybe unheard of. I don't know if I've ever heard of that genre before.
Yeah, no, it's just, you know, it sounded good.
Yeah. Right.
You know,
Yeah, it does sound good.
yeah, no, and that's where we want to stay. I mean, and I'm not telling, this is not me saying that, you know, every song that I come out with is going to be,
Right.
you know, in that mix, because I mean, like I said, to love somebody, I mean, yeah, we could do a video to it to make it, you know, Patriot, but you know, I'd like for my listeners to actually be able to hear, you know, other stuff, enjoy other stuff as well. And I've got a lot of material that I've wrote over the years that's that'll fall into that category. But then, you know, everything that you're hearing when I'm classifying as Patriot Company, that's just brand new writing right there. And when it comes to writing, you know, Brian's right. You know, it's like I'm very, very peculiar about what I put on paper. And it just doesn't have to rhyme and go with the flow. It's really got to reach out and touch you. It's got to grasp your heart. And if it doesn't, then I'm just writing about sitting on the tailgate of a pickup truck down at the river with a cold beer in my hand, you know,
Right.
because it's not doing anything for you except making your hips move. That's about it. Or your feet move.
Right. And some would argue that's what went wrong with country. Would you? I mean, I've heard you express your piece on that and why country needs to be restored in a particular way. Not saying all country is bad. There's still a lot of good country out there. But you've mentioned that a few times, that's an important part of your mission as well, is to bring that truth back. Because I personally, and I think there's a lot of people that would agree with me, I think country is the exemplification of American values, of American spirit. That's just how I feel. Did you have any thoughts on that? Like, what that's part of your mission, and those who don't know you, like, you don't have to go country bashing, but what you know, what are your thoughts there?
Well, I believe that a lot of now, don't get me wrong, and I'm not talking about every artist out there, and bless their hearts, a lot of these artists, I'm going to tell you now, folks, a lot of these artists that are out there, unless you have really made a name for yourself, when you start off singing, you do not get the opportunity to sing what you wrote. You get what either the record label hands down to you or a management company hands down to you. It's a rarity that you're ever able, as a headlining artist or even as an opening artist on a record label, to be able to write your own music. And so there again, another reason that I'm happy to be where I'm at. But some of these songs that I kid you not, and not particularly, I'm not naming any to be specific, but I know some of them. I mean, I swear a kindergartner could have wrote. I mean, there's just no passion behind them. There's no, and you got to remember, it's more. Country is more than just telling a story.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's that heart wrenching. It is those songs. If you'll remember, going back into the 90s, you know, when you heard a song, those songs would make you cry, and those songs would make you laugh, and those songs, you know, and like I said, there's a few artists out there today that are bringing it back around, and they're doing a great job, and I'm thankful for that.
Right.
But for the most part, you know, these new artists out there, they're taking and they're putting God only knows what kind of rhythm that drummer's playing. I don't know what that is, but it's not country.
Right.
And like I said, I'd like to get these boys that are on the welfare lines that play steel guitar and fiddles and get them off. You know, put them back into business, put them back into working and playing music, doing what they love, making music sound good, and hearing that fiddle go, you know, it's just
oh yeah. 100%. And you know, I think that what you had mentioned before too, that there's an aspect to this spirit that comes along with that, the real music, and I lost my train of thought there for a second, because I was going to connect that with something else you've shared with me before that I felt was really powerful. Like you said, it brings that real emotion. There's something to that culture that we, you know, I think back to the blues era when blues really started just popping, right? Or even the jazz, you know, and then country. I mean, you know a lot about the history more than I do, but I find it interesting with you being, you know, back in that time where you were about to take off in Nashville, and you started realizing some things, looking at things. Now it's fascinating to see that you've just been kind of propelled into this. You got people that want to support you. What do you just? I know we're going on and on, but we can cut it here soon. But the reason I think it's important that we talk about these things is because it's also speaking. That's where it was. Thank you. Is that you notice this vein of music has a way of being able to speak the truth as well. There's something about that. And so could we just get a little bit about what Rob Lane sees for the future in your artistry?
I want to keep up with the times. I want to keep the music rolling. I want to not only entertain my people, but I want to inspire you. I want to give you hope. I want to make you laugh. If you want to cry, then by God, I want to help you cry. I want you to be able to feel what I write, and not just something that's, I don't want to grow up. I'm a torturous kid. You know, I mean, I just want to write. I want to write good stuff, and I want you to be able to feel what I write. And so that's what's important to me.
Super
Something
cool.
that you can connect with me on a personal level with.
Love that, man. Well, do you have anything else you want to share, or are we wrapping it up for tonight?
Yeah, we'll wrap it up, buddy, because I got to take off riding, man, because it's a long way to Memphis.
And hey, Rob, what do you think? For those of you, should we play a county grand jury for those who haven't seen it?
Sure, absolutely.
If you guys haven't seen a county grand jury, we're going to roll that for you as we head out. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. And once again, if you would be so inclined to support this man here in his next song, his next music video, whatever it may be, this is all geared towards, get that little like bubble to pop up there. Come on. I didn't know when they started doing that, but that cracked me up. I saw it with you the first time. There it is. That's what we're talking about.
You're all right.
Thank you, algorithmic surveillance equipment. Anyway, thank you guys. We're going to get this music or this video rolling for you. Let's see if we can do that without too much trouble. And have a good night.
Well, my boy came home from school today with a look of frustration on his face. I said, son, sit down and tell me what's wrong. He said, Dad, I don't know what my gender is. Yeah, the teacher's been filling his head with. So I took the time to put his little mind at ease. Yeah, we're letting go and letting pass on by while they strip our freedoms when we don't comply. So I got down on my knees. God, what do I do? Gonna start ourselves a county grand jury. Not a right, but a duty. Throw all the corrupt. It's been plaguing all of us. It's gonna be an epic revival. Rekindling of a fire from the remnant that's been silent way too long. Can you hear the call? We are so bound to the laws of man. Can't see the freedom for security. Not me. Gonna start ourselves a county grand jury. Not a right but a duty. Throw out the corrupt that's plagued all of us. It's gonna be a epic revival, rekindling of a fire from the remnant that's been silent way too long. Can you hear the call, y'all? We are the only way. Do you want to put God back in school? Teach your kids the golden rule? Do you want to own your own land and never pay taxes on it again? Do you want to bring Congress home? Some county codes packing down the road? Do you want to laugh? Do you want to sing? Do you want to join me? Start ourselves a county grand jury. Not a right but a duty. Throw out the corrupt that's plagued all of us. It's gonna be an epic revival, rekindling the fire from the remnant that's been silent way too long. Can you hear the call?
Hello, all you beautiful people. My name is Rob Lane. Just wanted to give you a brief overview and let you know that I'm just a blue-collar worker, the same as all the rest of you out there. I live in southern Georgia. And like most of you, I have been working just to try to stay ahead and try to pay the bills. And it seems like we're all just getting further and further behind. And on top of that, we got so much corruption going on within our county governments, our state governments, our federal government, obviously. And then they're trying to teach our children certain things that shouldn't be taught instead of teaching them what needs to be taught. And like most of you, I have been just trusting the plan. Or I have been waiting on a president to come back in office that's going to turn the country around and save us. And then one day I'm listening to one of my favorite Patriot podcasters. And a gentleman from TacticalCivics.com, the founder, was on there and as a guest and started speaking. And for the first time in my entire life, I was able to hear the full-bodied solution to take back our country and restore it to the forefathers' design. And if you are one of those patriots that is tired of sitting on a fence
that is tired of trusting a plan that just seems to never come, and understands that a president doesn't have the authority to restore a nation, that was given to the people, to we the people, by our forefathers, then I encourage you to come on over to tacticalcivics.com. Now, when you go on, you open that page, don't hit the join now button just yet. Scroll down. There's a little small 11-minute video right there. Watch that video. As soon as you watch that video, if you feel compelled because you are the remnant, you are one of we the people, and you are ready and you feel like you are part of that remnant that is ready to do something and help us restore the republic to the forefathers' original design, you've heard the phrase, freedom is not free. If you hear the call, if you can heed my call and you hear my call, then I encourage you to come join us. It's time to stand up, patriots. It's time to stand up. It's time to get down on our knees and thank God for what He inspired our forefathers to create. It's time to get back to what freedom really is.